Welcome to Parks and Rec's February meeting. Would somebody like to make a motion to begin?
I make a motion to begin.
I'll second it.
Okay, I'm going to take roll call. Kate Smith, here. Sue McFadden.
Present.
Robert Smith.
Here.
Dennis Kapelinski.
Here.
John Jones.
Here.
Jennifer McConnell.
Here.
Bradley Chason.
Here.
Kathy Duran. Mark Jacobs.
Here.
Okay, would somebody like to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes,
A second.
unless somebody sees a change. I didn't see a
I
change.
didn't either. I looked for Kathy's name, but just got in read.
I got the date right this time, so.
I like that you put stuff in red.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too.
Make it pop.
Yeah, it was a lot easier to read them.
Okay, moving on to financial reports.
All right, so going over the ice arena, just revenue that we brought in this past month. Figure skating club brought in 903. Ice rental, that's obviously all of our contracted groups. So like our Little Caesars group, our CompuWare group that we have as well. So those are all added together for that one. Adult softball, we started taking on registrations for spring ball. And then our open skates have obviously started to go out and be open as well. We've taken on a little bit of pavilion rentals. That was more of a surge in the January time, so that's kind of slowed up a little bit. Sticks and pucks and drop-in hockey is obviously opened back up as well, so that's doing great for us too. And concession stand. So as of right now with our concession stand, we're just doing the prepackaged food. But I've talked with Mark and we're gonna look into doing the prepared food again here in the near future. Just so then that way we can get maybe a little bit more of a boost in revenue for concessions. So, Maplewood, same thing with dance classes with resident and non-resident. That's pretty typical of what we've been doing. Cornhole, that was for our spring session that's coming. We actually have 13 teams already registered for our spring sessions, so that's great. We have 16 spots available, so we're hoping to fill up the rest of those. Preschool playtime, that's just our Monday morning preschool program. Senior activities, that's your arthritis class. And there's one other senior fitness class that we offer as well. We're looking to open up the senior fitness room in March.
Okay.
So that'll open back up. We're gonna do it on a limited basis, just so then that way we can make sure that people are social distancing and stuff like that. So that will be coming up soon.
How many people you think you can get in that room at one time, Bob?
We thought 5.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Right, yeah,
pretty
I think so.
adequate.
5 would be
Yeah.
about. That's all there would be is up there anyway, about 5 people, 4 or 5 people.
And that's what even Danielle said, our senior
Yeah,
coordinator. She
yeah.
says 5 is usually the norm.
Norm to be up
As long
there.
as everybody's on different equipment.
Yes.
I think it should be fine. Center rentals, we don't really have any to report on that one. And then the pantry brought in $990 for the month of February, just in donations. So, which is another great thing.
Questions or comments regarding revenue? Okay, moving on to expenditures.
All right, ice arena, the Village Ford, that was for some cables for our tailgate for the parks truck. Both cables snapped, so in order for the tailgate to stay up, we had to buy some new cables for it, which was pretty standard. The fingerprint and go, that was for our camp licensing. Faith Briggs and myself went to go have our fingerprints done, so that will be part of the camp licensing for our summer camp that we plan to do in the summertime. Signorama, that is for posters that we're promoting different programs and events in both Maplewood and the ice arena. Those are part of the Display to Go poster holders that we bought last month. So we're starting to put posters into there to promote our programs and stuff like that. In corporate, that was for our kids' dodgeball t-shirts. And then the Pepsi beverage, that's for our concession stand, just our typical order that we usually do. So in regards to Maplewood, we did a couple of Amazon purchases, one for radios. We purchased radios so then that way we can better communicate throughout the building. They had purchased some a while back, but they were not the greatest quality. So we stepped it up and bought some Motorola ones, and they could actually reach either side of the building from the front desk. So in case we do have an emergency, or if we're trying to get a hold of like a dance instructor, we can communicate through radio instead of having to walk all the way over there or call them. So we have 2 as of right now, so we wanted to test them to make sure that they worked. So we're gonna order probably 3 more for Maplewood, and then we'll probably order some for the ice arena eventually too. So just make us a little bit more efficient. We did buy some new Nerf guns. So our Nerf wars that we do, we had 15 of the same guns. So we wanted to kind of give some variety to the kids when they come back in May. So we got 2 sniper rifle kind of guns, and then we got one that's like basically a bazooka that has like 20 bullets. It just goes like crazy. So we're pretty excited about that, and we're gonna surprise the kids that come out for it.
How old do you have to
Shoot
be
at 'em with them?
to play that? How old do you have to be?
We go 7 to 9 and then 10 to 12.
I'm glad I'm 11. Yeah, right. You saw my eyes light up when he said that, Nerf gun.
How do you decide which kid gets which gun?
So basically, we're gonna have it be to where each team has all the same guns. So we got 2 of the sniper guns, 2 of the bazooka guns. So then each game that we play, it's gonna rotate to a new kid, the different guns. So then that way everybody gets a chance.
Gets a chance to use them.
try it. Yep. And that's if they want to. Some kids might be like, no, I just like the smaller guns. So, which is fine.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yes. We like to hope so, but you know, it's gonna be one of those things where we're gonna keep buying new ones just to keep things fresh.
Yeah.
You know? The third Amazon purchase, that was for our Learn to Play Soccer. We had to buy the size 3 soccer balls for that, so. And then we bought a fabric steamer for the dance classes for all of their, what do you call them?
Costume.
Costumes, there we go. I could not finish that word.
For recitals.
I'm like doing spirit fingers over here. It's like, so yeah. That is for the purchases for both buildings.
All right, any questions or comments regarding expenditures? Okay, moving on to program reports.
All right, so adult softball, as of last Friday, we had 21 teams registered already, which is great. We're actually.
Spring?
Yep, this will start the week of April 11th for the spring ball. So we're pretty excited for that. Adult kickball is kind of a little bit slower right now, so we're trying to push that as much as we can too. So we're gonna continue to push kickball. That's gonna be on our Friday nights, like we did in the fall last year. So hopefully that will still be able to run, but we'll just have to see what happens with that. Our Valentine's skate was pretty good, considering we didn't have much time to promote it. We had about 40 participants, which is pretty darn good considering. So we're pretty happy with that. Adult hockey, we are actually, this is our Sunday night league that we offer for Garden City Adult Hockey. We actually had 7 teams originally, and we got an 8th team over the shutdown period. So we actually are going to extend the season, so then that way everybody gets an even amount of teams or games, and then that way it works out for everybody. And then we don't have to do bye weeks anymore for a team. So we're pretty happy with that. The Grand Experience trip, this is actually a new offering that we're offering for our seniors. It's a trip up to the Grand Hotel, and it's offered through our association called M-Parks, which is our state association. And basically it's for October 12th through the 15th. And if you're in double occupancy, it's, I believe, $870 per person, but that includes breakfast and dinner each day, and tea time, and also a carriage tour throughout the island. And then that also includes your ferry tickets as well, which are basically $50 a piece.
Would that tea time be golf or would it actually be tea?
It's actually tea, but they do have 2 golf courses on the island with Grand Hotel as well. So we're pretty geeked about that because we already have 5 people that are very interested. So we're hoping to get some more with that. We know it's a.
Is there a minimum amount of people that you have to have?
When we first brought this program, we wanted to have a goal of 10 rooms rented. So we're not to that goal yet. But once we get to, closer to the deadline, we're gonna evaluate it and see if, should we just go with it or if it's gonna be.
Now, how do they get up there? They drive themselves?
Yeah, they would drive themselves, yep. There are groups out there in other cities that do a busing system, but they're able to sell like 50 rooms, so then that way it kind of
Yeah.
makes it worthwhile. But with us just starting out, we're gonna have it to be where the seniors drive themselves.
Did you say at the last meeting that you've purchased the bus already?
No.
It's something that,
That's something that Doc and I have discussed about doing, like purchasing a bus in the future,
okay.
of being able to do programs and stuff like that with it, but that is not for this, no.
Gotcha. Okay, just curious.
The Snowball Tournament, that went off without a hitch. It was a great experience. I was actually the referee for the event, and it was a blast.
I loved watching it. Me and my husband were watching we were trying to watch long enough that we could actually see someone get to a base. And it was hilarious because they kept kicking it and then catching it like every time. I'm like, there are all these outs, and I'm like, somebody just get to a base. And it was hilarious. So I do know some people that were on those teams. So it looked so fun. It looked fun.
Yeah, and we were so happy that it actually snowed.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah.
If it wouldn't have
and it was
snowed, it would've
freezing
kinda
too.
sucked, but
It was pretty cold that day.
yes, yeah. So, but no, it was a great time. The people were diving left and right in the snow,
Oh, yeah.
so they
Yeah.
were having a blast with it.
Yep, that's what made it too. It was funny.
So we at least got some good feed to kind of help promote it for next year as another event that we'll host on an annual basis.
Where'd you have that
Just at field number 3 at City Park.
at City Park?
Yep. Craft night, that was tonight. We had 10 participants as of last week when I first printed this off. We had 12 as of yesterday. So we were getting better with participants on that as well.
How much was that?
I knew you were gonna ask.
$10, I think.
I think it was $10.
It was the glass jar, right? Like
Yes.
the mason jar type with the tree. That was kind of cool.
And how do you know that?
Listen, stay up on my activities and events throughout the city.
Look at you. Look at Jen.
Hey,
Overachiever.
trying.
So with the next event, Parents Night Out, this is another one of our monthly events that we want to host. The February one didn't have any registration, so we decided to cancel it. So we're going to go ahead and start promoting the Friday, March 12th date, and just continue to push that one as well. It's a little hard because there are some parents out there that don't want to bring their kids and drop them off, which is totally understandable. But we would still want to keep offering it to see if there's parents out there that do want to have a night out.
Well, when's the last one that you had to cancel? You had registrations for those, right? If I remember correctly.
For February, we did not. I believe it was January or December we had a couple registrations, but it was shut down, so we
Right.
ended up canceling.
Yeah. I think like in the summer months, you might find more, but,
So we'll hope.
or days like today. I would have thought 40 would be balmy, but it was.
Right. Yeah. So hopefully in the future it'll get started and keep pushing, so. We are offering, our next theme skate is Luck of the Irish. That will be on Sunday, March 14th, at 12 p.m. And basically that's the one that we were gonna try to do last year, so we're doing it again this year. So where we have coins hidden throughout the ice arena and the kids gotta find them and then they'll get a prize. So just kinda change it up a little bit. The Dance Express Recital, this is normally at the high school auditorium. Unfortunately, the auditorium is not available, so we are actually going to be renting a stage and doing it at the ice arena. So,
That is going to be interesting because
Yeah.
they've never done it anywhere other than O'Leary.
right.
So the stage would be over the ice then? And
Yeah, we'll have the ice taken out by then because it's not till June 14th.
oh, yeah, June. Okay, I'm sorry.
So the ice will be taken out, we'll have it all set up, and what's a benefit is there's actually another dance group that wants to utilize the stage as well. So we're actually able to make some revenue back from the stage rental. So it'll be a benefit for us too, as in the long run. So
How much is the stage rental gonna be?
it's about $5,700.
How long do you get it for?
We get it for a full week.
They put it up, they take it down.
Yeah, that was my question.
That's good though that you're getting revenue back, that's smart.
Yep. So we're gonna use it Monday through Thursday, Lori will. And then Friday and Saturday, we're gonna have a different dance group come out and I'm gonna actually charge them $2,500.
Sweet.
So, get a little bit of that money back.
Man.
Are you gonna have the concession stand open during all that?
Lori doesn't want it open and neither does the other lady, which I tried to push for it, but neither of them want it. So I'm not gonna.
Why?
Their fear is, okay, they get a hot dog and they spill the mustard and ketchup on their dress or
Their costume.
Their costume, yes.
and then it's ruined. Or
Yes.
they have a giant stain that they gotta go, dance with, so. I can understand that perspective, but.
I can understand that perspective, but then you just tell the dancers you can't eat till after you're done.
Yeah, when they're done, they can have some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
But if someone's going there and they're thirsty. A bit, there we go.
they do when you eat.
Work on Lori a
You could
little bit
supply
just to
them. We could get those little
Then you
flaps.
eat lobster, you
Yeah.
have the bits, yeah, the lobster bits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the way you think,
Or maybe
Mark.
just like popcorn and something that can't make.
Water.
Let's just say butter, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Anything can make a mess with kids, I guess.
Well, I'm just thinking, the people that show up.
Right, that's
I
what
mean, they would be the ones
Yeah.
that more likely to buy something than the kids that are actually dancing.
Normally, though, at O'Leary, there is no concessions like that. So they've literally held this recital at O'Leary for years and years and years. Since I was a kid, that's where I danced, and or one of the places. And so I can't imagine them, doing that. Maybe chips and waters and things like that.
Right, that's,
Something
Yeah.
that's not.
Yeah.
But I get why
And
they don't do it.
But it's a different venue, so.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
just- It
yeah.
would be good to at least,
Yeah, I mean,
I can keep prying on her.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Maybe I
Yeah,
can,
whatever
get some
happens,
wiggle
yeah.
room in there. But Lori, she's got her ways and how she likes to do things, so. But we can work on that.
Right, they're probably not used to concessions if they never had them.
Yeah. We are actually going to be offering Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University. I know that this is something that FRC has offered in the past, but we are going to bring it back, and that's going to be something FRC does.
FRC,
Family Resource Center?
thank you.
So that'll be at Maplewood then?
Yes. Yep. So that'll be a great program to bring back, and it benefited me and my wife about 4 years ago, so I swear by it. So. And then the last one is our radio-controlled ice tracks. We're going to be starting this on Sunday, March 7th. It's literally going to be RC cars out on the ice.
okay, fill me in more on this because we're big RC people and we have our trucks.
Okay.
So we were trying to figure out, how does it not slide? So ours are not 4x4, because I did see that.
Yeah.
Do they have studded tires for these? Because,
What we do is when the ice gets roughed up from skaters being out there,
okay.
we leave it roughed up.
Okay,
So then that way they can grip a little bit better. And
okay,
they can actually glide into the turns and
Yeah.
it's actually pretty fun. I've done it a couple of times just as research.
yeah, yeah.
So,
We can make little chains for the
No, you
tires.
can, yeah.
Get busy.
Oh, yeah,
So-
my kids will literally be putting tacks in their tires and saying,
They
like, we
don't,
need
they
new
don't
ones.
resurface the ice then, they just,
nope. Yeah, because we've tried it that way and it's just everybody goes into a
Yeah.
circle.
That's what I'm like, how is this gonna work?
It'd be
Yeah.
like going to the racetrack where they go round and round and then they just like off,
Yeah, well,
whatever that's called when they,
little jumps and oop-de-oops and stuff.
yeah.
They have one in Hines for
For right
that.
now, we're gonna do 2 little circles, and then we're gonna have 1 big circle for the advanced people. For right now, but we're gonna eventually start building some ramps and stuff like that, and maybe get the tracks to be a little bit more intense. But we wanna get feedback from our first couple of tries at it to see what people are looking for and what they think would be cool, and then that way we'll kind of build from there. So we're actually doing a trial this coming Thursday night, and we have about 10 cars that we're gonna do like some video and like still shots of people driving, so then that way it can promote it a little bit more, so.
All right, I'll
What's
be
the
there.
cost gonna be for that?
That is, for when we start, it'll be $10 a drop-in, and then we're actually gonna offer rentals as well, that will be 4-wheel drive vehicles, and that will be $20 a pop, or per time, let's call it that way. But then it's also a $20 deposit in case they smack a wall too hard or something and it breaks and we gotta fix it and stuff like that.
Is there an age limit on that?
Nope, it can be anywhere from a 3-year-old to a 72-year-old for all we care. It's just
John,
for
you can do
everybody.
it.
So,
Just gonna make the cut.
I did it just for you.
I'm with Jen.
High end.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much all we have for program reports.
Questions or comments?
Time Thursday?
8 p.m. Yep.
Okay, moving on to old business.
All right, so Helen Park is still in progress. We're still waiting to hear back from Alicia Bradford. So she's our contact with Wayne County for the Helen Park sidewalk project. So that's what that grant is for. So we're just waiting to get that, and then we'll start the process of going out for bid and everything. So we did receive additional funding from Wayne County, an additional $17,000 actually. And you guys will see the drawing in your guys' binders I brought for you. But we are going to be putting in ADA ramps and parking for 2 of the pavilions at City Park. It's the brown pavilion and the large pavilion. So the northeast corner one and then the large one. So because with our new City Park playground, the other 2 pavilions will actually have ADA walkways already built into it. So this will just kind of complete it all for City Park, for ADA.
And parking, you said?
Yeah, handicap parking for both, yep.
So that 17 is from the year 2020.
For this current year
This
that
year.
we're in. So Helen Park is from last year and the year before that, those 2 combined,
1920.
the 33,000. And then this one, the 17, will go towards this ADA stuff. And then City Park, we're still in that wonderful approval process. I know. They just sent me an email saying, they just sent me an email last week that they're still in progress with the
Is
process.
there anybody in the state working inside, or are they all
I honestly have
online?
no idea, but.
I
all
heard
of
there
us-
are, a lot of them are just working online.
Yeah.
That's what's probably taking so long.
Mostly
Yeah,
remotely.
yes, they're,
Yeah.
yes.
So, and we're not the only ones, right?
Right.
So
I'm
anybody
sure
who got
there-
awarded is still in this approval
Yep.
process. So, and I look at Kate and, I know, this is one of the
Approve
things
it,
that is
Ken.
one
Go ahead and approve
Anybody
it.
else that got approval, like,
Yes.
we're approved.
no, like, we're all in the
Like,
same
we're
boat.
just
So
gonna- we're
anybody
just
else
gonna-
that got
But we're
awarded
just gonna
and
smile, and
granted-
we're gonna say yes, approval.
Yay! So
Yes,
hopefully we'll get.
yes.
Really think
That's how I
somebody
look at it.
forgot about us.
Until I'm
Yes.
told no, I'm thinking yes.
Right. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for old business.
Questions or comments?
Actually, when you were talking about the softball and the hockey, I was just wondering if the governor has become more lenient for those things, like is the hockey back? It is back, like
Yep.
100% now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I just wasn't aware, I wasn't
Yeah,
sure
over
what.
30's back,
I-
and then.
yeah.
Do you limit the number of
hockey is
people that can
back.
come in to watch the games, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are allowing people to come back. I mean, we're not getting huge crowds, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, well, you never do.
Right. So, but
Yeah,
technically, we're supposed to only allow 25% capacity, but that's still 150 people. So in the stands. So I mean, if people wanted to spread out even along the glass, I mean, they
Yeah.
can do that too. So, but yeah, we've pretty much opened up completely besides like the concession stand, but that's something that we're going to look into next week to kind of open that up even more to do food where we prepare and stuff like that.
Oh, good.
So,
well, heck, the state only had 3 deaths this weekend?
Wait a minute, I've been, what'd you say? I'm
Locker
sorry.
rooms
They
aren't
only
open?
had 3 deaths this weekend.
well,
from COVID,
yeah,
supposedly.
yes.
Yeah, I know, I was at USA Arena Sunday, and they don't only allow 2 people per player to come in and to watch.
Yeah,
That's the way they limited it.
yeah.
That's how my
If you had 40
grandson.
players, you can only have 80 people in the stands.
And from what I understand, every ice arena is different.
Yes.
And what the rules are and stuff, which we're doing the best that we can.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
mean, for
absolutely.
what the rules and guidelines are, we're obeying all of them. And it's just, like, let's just not have masks anymore. Like, let's be back to normal already. But one step at a time.
We'll get there.
Yes.
hopefully, this year.
Now, the kids don't have to wear a mask when they're playing.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
Well, what I saw when you watch them, there's one or two that wear masks, the rest of them,
They're chin straps.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
wearing
that's
them
when you
right
go
here.
into the stores
Yeah.
or anywhere else. I mean, you know,
but on the ice, the kids don't wear.
Well, and there are helmets out there that actually they can
They've got the-
wear,
yeah.
that they don't have to wear a mask as long as it's approved. So, and that's something I'm learning too, to where I've noticed even coaches wearing them. I'm like, hey, you don't have a mask on, but they
Yeah.
have an approved mask. So, it's a lot of different things I'm learning. So,
No comment.
yes, exactly. So, but that's pretty much it for old business.
Okay, moving on to new business.
All right, so new business. I have talked to you guys about the playbook before. This is kind of an idea that we are going to be looking into for this upcoming year to offer this at City Hall, Maplewood, the Ice Arena, to have actual paper copy. Sam, listen, John, you like to have that thing in your hand.
That's
Touchy
right.
feely,
That's right.
touchy-feely.
That's right.
So we want to be able to print off an actual brochure so parents can take it home. They can be able to register for programs or look at everything that we actually offer, be able to mark the calendar and say, hey, I want to go do this, so the kids want to go try this. And then that way it's all in one spot. They don't have to go on the website and search through 20 different things.
Old people don't want to do that.
And the cost on this isn't super crazy either. We can get 250 copies for about $650, which is roughly like almost $3 a piece.
now if somebody went onto the internet though and wanted to print something like that, would they be able to do that?
Yep, they can do it right now.
Oh, good.
So we actually put the brochure out for fall, winter, only on the website and promoted it through all of our social networking. But we wanted to have another type of
Isn't that nice?
way to promote programs besides just internet-based, because not everybody has a Facebook, which we understand. Not everybody has an Instagram, to where it kind of puts another way to promote things and, but also with some of our special events, we're gonna use the display board out here in front of City Hall. We're gonna start promoting events on that as well, so people that drive by, if they notice
That's
it,
a great
it might help
idea.
them remember.
Who's the male model on the front?
I have no idea. I wanna say it's Lori's grandson, but I don't know
Okay.
for sure.
Where? Let me see.
You can definitely tell it's in Maplewood though,
Yes.
so.
That's
Yeah,
really
if you guys
nice.
wanna pass that around, that's great, so everybody can see that. Yeah, so that's.
It's so cool to mail these to everybody's house,
Yes, it's also very expensive,
like
so,
Schoolcraft does.
but,
Maybe you can get a grant for that.
Kate loves those grants now.
maybe we can go after a grant together. Look at that.
Yeah.
Now that grants are something that we can go for, Kate, say, grant, grant.
No, man.
All right, so that's all I have for the playbook brochure.
What's he doing here?
Again, if you guys flip through it, if you have questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. But we can go ahead and move on to what we kind of talked about last month. It was the top 5 programs and from our goals and objectives. And I went ahead and highlighted,
Yeah.
so then that way you guys could see what we're specifically talking about. And if we want to just go around,
Okay.
I will, I can take notes of what your top 5 is for each one of you. And then I'll kind of go from there. So who would like to go first?
I can.
Okay, Jen?
All right. A lot of awesome things in this. I actually made notes on a bunch of things in here, but I'll save you that because I'll go with my top 5.
Okay.
All right. My first one is the renovation of City Park Pavilions and Bathhouse, as well as the update to the playground.
Okay.
The second one is the indoor sport facility, of course.
Okay.
The third is renovation of Maplewood. Inside, the interior is just as it was when I was a kid. So maybe some paint on the walls and maybe some, freshening up of that or depending on where the money falls, a lot more, as well as a bigger parking lot for that. My fourth is expanding areas for the seniors and teens at Maplewood, kind of like the community center feel, more type of programs for teens, which I know that that's in here, so that was awesome. And the fifth one I have is the adding like new innovative events and programs. So a lot of things that you're coming up with, like the kickball in the snow and things like that, is I like to see more of that too. So those are my 5.
Cool.
But also, I did want to point out in here the information where it says the training of the Maplewood staff and the Parks and Rec. I love that they're cross-training to be able to fit into a different, position. Another idea as well is talking to the high school about filling summer jobs, because you have 16, 17-year-olds for those, those openings through, the park maintenance or whatever, changing the garbage, things like that.
Camp this summer too, but that's for 18 and up.
Right.
Yeah.
But like getting, this out there to the high school, let them know there are jobs available even with you being in high school. Like
Yeah,
we have this. I mean, if you can drive, you can, do a park attendant. So that's it.
Cool. Next.
All right, here.
Go that way, because I didn't bring my list, so I'm redoing my list right now.
John Jones?
It's not on my sheet, so.
Let's see, offer beer, wine, and edibles sales, music in the park event.
I knew that one.
That'd be a big money maker.
See the edibles in there.
Oh, the edibles wasn't in there? Oh, I'm sorry.
We just added that.
I figure it was music in the park, might as well.
Edibles.
70s night.
There you go. Call it 70s night. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Movie in the park,
Yeah.
which that should also offer the last one too.
Okay.
Breakfast with Santa. Garden City Pub and Grub Crawl.
I like that too.
Okay.
And gardening for beginners.
yeah, I had that too.
Cool.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
I like that. I had that checked off.
That costs more money.
I tried to go conservative.
I like it.
I like that we can mix it up though. It's good.
Yeah. Well, and it's all about variety and different perspectives.
Yeah, right.
So that's what we did this for.
Yep.
All right, who wants to go next?
I
Go
am.
next,
I'm going
I guess.
next.
Okay, you're gonna go next, okay.
Rob?
Yeah,
All
the
right.
garbage can guy, he's going next.
That's a typical name of the great long guy.
Yeah, he talked about my garbage can. All right, I checked off everything you had yellow. I like the mobile recreation. I like that.
Okay.
I like the putt-putt golf tournament at Miniature up there,
Okay.
4 row.
Yep.
Mother, son, father, and daughter. I did that before. That's nice.
Okay.
Adult prom night. I picked that. I also picked skills competition, skate, shoot, pass. I want to watch Mark over there, league over 30. And then you already said the beer. I had the beer checked off.
Okay.
Gardening class I had checked off. And hang paintings throughout Maplewood. I guess that's that host painting classes,
Yep.
So I had that checked off. How many did I give you? 6?
6.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I appreciate that.
All right, I think that's about it.
Dennis?
Dennis?
Oh,
I'll go next. Yes, I agree with the offer beer and wine sales at any music festivals and movies in the park.
Okay.
I like the idea of the mobile recreation. And then I was looking at maybe at Maplewood, looking at some kind of gym renovation, because that's a big area in there.
Oh,
If there's
yeah.
something that we could do to increase its use. And maybe paint throughout Maplewood?
Yeah, painting the walls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, besides like purple.
Make it look,
yellow,
yeah, a little nicer.
Crazy, yeah.
Just white.
And the other thing is, and I'm sure you're gonna do this, but wood chips for all the playground areas in the city.
Yep, that's something we're already looking into.
Are they looking into wood chips or are they looking into the rubber product?
Yeah.
Not the rubber. There's actually a recreation certified
Oh,
type
yeah.
of, which of course is gonna jack up the price.
Right.
But it's something that we need to, that's something legally we need to invest in. So then that way,
Is
Tell me what it's
that
called.
the
It's
one
the
that can
mobile
go on
recreation.
top of the wood chips that are already there without
Because that's
moving?
good, because they can move it around.
Yeah, and I
So-
agree.
Like a
And I
light
think that's
bulb.
great.
At class that one time, that's what they talked about. They talked about that there was a material you
Right.
could put over the top of the wood chips and then you just keep putting it over as years go on.
Because the
And
rubber
wood
material
chips
is
just-
very expensive, I heard.
super expensive when we first started
Yeah.
looking. But the
Oh, there it
benefit
is, I
is
found it.
if we actually do City Park the way that we're going to with the grant, we don't need to worry about City Park besides maybe filling just where we need to, just until we get that stuff. Because we'd hate to all these wood chips over there and then we put in the new playground and it's like, so, yes, we're doing the wood chips this spring to make sure that happens. Yes. Okay?
You know, Brad, I like that rubber. That rubber lasts. That's what I use for my landscaping, rubber mulch.
Oh, Dave?
Oh, it lasts forever. Yes.
Use
that's what you
rubber?
want. Yes. It's rubber mulch.
You don't have to add to it?
Every now and then I like to, you know, if I want
But
to.
if that
little
stuff
freshen
gets
up.
picked up by some, by like a lawnmower, that stuff is like shoots.
Oh, yeah,
So we have to make
no,
sure
I don't
it's
have any
like,
on my lawn.
Hey, he doesn't get anything out of his lawn. His lawn looks like.
oh no, I do know what his lawn looks like, trust me, yes.
And
I'm
one
not
more
saying
thing.
his house.
One more thing at Kiwanis Park, that if you can do anything with the parking lot there,
Yes.
either expand it or resurface it somehow.
I have a whole dream for Kiwanis Park. It's gonna take a lot of money though,
Oh, yes, I know.
but I envision like a splash pad there.
There's a lot of empty space.
What'd you dream
That's-
for Arcola?
Arcola?
New
Either a
fence.
pavilion or a sail for shade.
Oh, the
Right now.
sales are good.
Arcola's tough. It's kind of like a wide open space on the other side.
It is. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor John.
That's,
Next time.
Kiwanis has a lot of empty area in there, and it's a big park.
Yes. Yep.
All right,
Okay,
so
now I'm ready.
Sue.
Okay, so, I like the mobile rec.
Okay.
I'd like to see Kiwanis Park done. I'd like to see the splash pad. I know a lot of people that, when I mention it, their eyes kind of light up. They ask me how it's gonna be done. I said, I don't know yet, but it's talked about. Special events, you know, like the Easter egg hunt, the Halloween hunt, those type of things. I like the pub crawl. I like the movies in the park, and I do agree with having like vendors there to sell. And I don't have a preference if it's beer and wine or pop and popcorn, but I think it would be advantageous for whoever could do that.
Sure.
I think they'd make money.
Oh, inside the park? Yeah. Yeah.
Classes at Maplewood, like the painting, the crafts, those type of activities. And I'd like to see the gardening classes, and with the gardening classes, I have some suggestions. What I'd like to see maybe go along with that is have that be like not a one-time event, but like maybe a monthly type of a thing for like spring and summer. And maybe get a community garden somewhere, in the city.
It's funny
And you
you
could
say
take,
that. It's in there.
you can take what you grow and you could give it to the pantry. And I'm not an active, but I used to be on the board of the Master Gardeners of Western Wayne County. And the best way to do this is to reach out to the Master Gardeners, because they will do classes for nominals, if not free. Just to, because that's, the whole thing is, in order to become a Master Gardener through the Wayne County Master Gardener Program, you have to have so many hours of volunteer hours, or so many hours of volunteer time. promoting gardening
Gotcha.
in order to be able to recertify every year. So that would go towards their hours. You can get people, you can get bee people, you can get gardening people, you can get all sorts of, I mean, there's so many different interests in that area. So those are mine.
Did you know that there is a garden club in the city?
I do know that.
Have you checked into it? Because I'm sure they are looking for people too.
You
volunteer?
oh, I haven't, but
Oh,
yes.
okay.
But
Because I know that they
yeah,
do a lot of awesome stuff
They put
throughout the
together-
city.
Yeah.
Years ago, they put together a calendar.
Yeah?
yeah, they did. I wasn't here for that, thank
Kind of a
God.
risky
No,
calendar.
you should get on that though. There you go.
But yeah, no, I used to
Yes,
be.
it
I
was
used
a
to
nice,
be on
it
the
was a
board,
nice
and,
calendar. It was nicely done, and they sold it, I think, at the
they did sell it.
chili
Pat
cook-off.
McCar's was in there.
Yes. Very cool.
Yes, it was a risque calendar. But anyway, so those are my suggestions, but if you decide to go with the gardening classes, and if you need any help, reach out to me, because
Okay.
I still have my contacts.
Cool.
And we can see what we can put together. I would be more than welcome to do that. That would be fun.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Sue.
I love all the new events that you're trying to do, and I like that Jen's ideas are a little out of the box and not so much events. Like, all mine are events, so I like that you,
Yeah.
had
sorry.
other ideas.
I went big, okay? I went big.
Hey, my
They
job.
said, go big or go home.
That's
I was
right.
waiting where the multi-sport was gonna end up in the list.
Yeah, that's number
so-
2.
Yeah,
I was going to, but I thought, you know what? No, I have to think about other things, and
Why didn't you just say a new
Maplewood for
community
sure.
center and get it over?
I did want to. I love a new community center.
where
so.
would we put that?
Well, Doc had some great ideas when I talked to him. Don't you remember when? I know, but he had
might be
a great.
mine.
I don't know if he told you about what he wanted to do with the basketball. Move that, make it a parking
You
lot,
little
huge
baby.
atrium. When you walk in, you have the front desk and all of that.
Him and I have been talking about moving rooms around in that building
Yes.
too.
So that's
Where Maplewood?
that's what I want.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I got news.
Put that on a list.
Grants, grants,
Duly noted.
grants, and grants.
Okay, here are mine. Farmer's Market,
Okay.
Glow Walk,
Where would you do the glow walk?
Park.
In the woods.
City Park?
yeah, since it's all the smooth track.
They
I
did
would
that.
think, You know?
Kate, didn't we do that? Didn't Dan have that? The
A
glow
glow
walk?
walk? I don't think so.
It was something.
I thought we had talked about it for
It
sure.
was a color thing with chalk and like there was like almost like it was throughout the whole, it was when I first came on, I think. I remember him talking about something and it had like,
My memory is terrible, I don't know.
maybe it wasn't a glow walk, but it had something to do with like, not the color run, but like,
Color run would be fun.
I don't remember what it was, but. Maybe I did, maybe I did.
And color run to
No,
mine, that would be
it
fun.
sounds familiar. I think we had definitely talked about it, at
I
least.
feel like something, I don't know.
I like that you're doing a Arbor
Thank you.
Day
Yeah,
thing.
Okay.
Maybe to piggyback off that, like a park cleanup
I think it was an idea.
day for the community.
Okay.
I like the rec truck like everyone else. I would like to see yoga outside again this summer. And then maybe asking the community in like a poll or a vote what kind of programs they would be interested in.
Okay.
Engage them a little bit more. And I like John's idea about beer, wine, and edibles.
And edibles.
All are legal, so it's fine, right?
Yes,
Michigan's
that's
voting
right,
for
that's
it.
right, that's right.
People have spoke.
Way to go, Stoner.
Yeah, and everybody.
Yeah, I can throw that one in there, come on.
But it's cool to see
It's up to his nickname.
so many different things going on. The truck thing sounds very cool. I like that you're trying all kinds of new things.
All right. Cool.
Prep more of these babies too.
Yes.
Yeah.
that was in our plan. Mark? did
Can
you
I
have
take one of those home with me?
any? No, you cannot.
Thought
I will
on it.
get you a new copy.
All right. It has.
Still trying to promote.
I'm just kind of listening because some of the stuff is already in the works or being talked about. Some of the stuff in Maplewood as far as painting and cleaning up and, there's
So you're at an advantage, you know more than we
I'll
do.
leave that, some health issues in there with some old stuff that's in there that.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
needs to be
asbestos.
cleaned up. Yes.
$110,000 worth of asbestos cleanup?
There's some health concerns with Maplewood that we're kind of getting cleaned up. Obviously, making it neater and like Brad had said about doing the, walls and maybe combining rooms and moving rooms and stuff like that. I agree with everybody with the movies in the park, the music in the park, the
Yeah.
vending machine, or vending trucks coming around to those. I know when we have a nice night, when we did it in the past, the place was packed out there for a couple hours, and, the trucks, there were a couple trucks out there, I believe, at the time, and they did well.
They sold out.
So, I mean, those are all really good ideas, and it brings the community together, and I think that's what we're looking for.
Right, right.
The other stuff is, I think they're all good. It's just gonna take some time and some effort, and, getting it organized to put out there and give people enough time to plan to do it. July 12th, we're gonna do this event, and we can start promoting it now. I think that's the key to most of this stuff is having time, scheduling it, and then being able to promote it to everybody. So,
The other thing I think too is if it fails, you have to evaluate, why did it fail? What could we do different? Let's try it again. Let's not just because it failed once, just go, okay,
Right.
we're gonna put that, we're gonna sweep that under the rug.
Yeah.
We're done trying that.
Well, there's always an evaluation period, process for every event or program that we offer.
Yeah, but we haven't been known for that.
All right.
We've been known for it just doesn't work, we're not gonna try it again.
Okay. Well, just so you know, that's not how I work.
I was gonna say, I think that Brad's proven that, it may not go over big once, but he'll try it at least a couple times just to see if it was a fluke the first time or see if it goes through.
All right, so these are binders for each one of you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna allow you guys to take these home. They're gonna be studies. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, is there gonna be a test?
There's always a test.
I want an essay.
Oh, see, here you go.
Oh, there's that little guy right there. Check that out.
So what you'll see in these binders, these are based off from our 5-year capital improvement plan.
Snow tires.
And so you guys understand how I work. I'm a big visual person. I like to see what things could be if we wanted to do something. So I wanted to put together, oops, I was flipped over. I wanted to put this together for you guys, and I have obviously an index here of kind of going through each section and what each section represents. I'm not going to go through every single one of these things, but I wanted to just show you guys, these are some ideas of what we could do with our 5-year plan in the future.
Lift, John.
So just number one, even the first section, like thinking about athletic field equipment, if we wanted to not use Allen anymore and just kind of do it ourselves as a city, these are the types of equipment that we would need to purchase in order to be able to do that. So I usually have 3 examples for each thing. Besides your movie in the park, Doc has already narrowed it down for me, which one we're gonna buy. So I made a picture of that for you guys to see what that's gonna look like. So
When are you gonna buy it?
hopefully in the spring. So that's when we plan to purchase it. So basically, section 1 is our general park enhancements. You'll see our athletic field stuff. You'll see trees.
That would look really good at Arcola Park.
Arcola or Bola?
Really good.
What are you looking at,
Arcola
John?
has room for that.
John, what are you looking at? Show the rest of us.
I
Oh,
love that.
Arcola has room for that.
That would be good at Moeller because it has baseball.
That's what I just said, yep,
Oh, is it? Sorry.
for sure. So with some of our capital improvement stuff, you guys notice I put trees in here. I also put a fruit tree.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Because that's something that we could maybe put at Maplewood for the pantry. It's where we have an unlimited supply of apples that we can give out at the
You know,
pantry.
like Honeycrisp?
I love Honeycrisp, but it doesn't do very well here in this
Yeah, I
state.
know.
Oh,
I think at one time in Maplewood,
Oh, yeah,
they had that open area in between the two.
They still do.
Do they?
That's
And
where
I
we
think-
actually grow the food.
I was gonna say, yeah, they used to garden in there, I know.
In where?
Yep.
At Maplewood, in between the two sides of the building.
Yeah, that's when I was talking about the community garden, that's where I was thinking was it, because there's people there.
When you said master gardener, is the guy is it Barton?
Huh?
Is it Barton's? What's across from me?
Yeah.
Is he a master gardener?
Is he?
Yeah, 'cause
I don't think so. The woman who had the.
No, I'm just trying to think of somebody who might be in the city. So if we were gonna do that, let's find if the city has a master gardener and help that person out.
Well,
If they need
so
to
they,
do so many hours of volunteer.
right, yes. The woman that had the butterfly house at Barson's, she was a master gardener, but I think, and she did it all with her own money, but
So-
I think she's gone.
So something else for you guys to think about too, when you guys put in a new playground, a lot of the new playgrounds are putting in different types of bases. It's no longer the wood chips anymore.
Right, right.
So this is actually a poured in surface. It's like a rubberized material. This next one is actually squares. So like if one square were to be damaged or something, you can
can take
actually
it
pop it out and put in a new one, okay?
But those cost more.
Yeah, of course. you
Yeah, it'd be
know.
like, you could put
Convenience
it
costs a lot.
at the ice arena, those pads that you put in for, you can walk on with your skates and stuff.
Yep. And then obviously here, this one actually has turf around their playground, so you don't even have to cut the grass around it.
Okay.
So that's probably obviously in a fenced-in area, so we're not gonna have to worry about it.
That's beautiful.
So the biggest thing with this binder that I want you guys to take home is I want you guys to go through it, and in each area, I want you to mark different pictures that you like. Okay? So this is just another homework assignment for the next month.
I
But
thank you.
I want your guys' feedback on things that you like, and obviously there's a variety of us here, right? Everybody's gonna have a different opinion of things that they like. So if you guys can do that for me, that would make my job a little bit easier, so I understand of things that our community members here in the commission would like. But obviously, you know, if something were to come big, like a pavilion or something, we would get the community's insight on it.
Nice arena.
So, like this right here, this is a community garden. This is something I want put in at Maplewood, to where people rent the plots, and then
Yeah,
they come in and they,
For like $10?
yeah,
Yeah.
like $10, $20, something like that, and that's all they pay for the year.
Right.
And then they can come in and do their plants, and if they want to donate to the pantry, that's great. But the pantry will have their own as well.
Yeah.
So
Livonia
that way
does,
it's-
So being the devil's advocate, where are these people gonna get water for this? Are they gonna have to bring their own water
There's a
and
spigot
water?
there. There's a spigot.
No, but think about that, because most plants, when you have a garden, you have to water every day.
I
Yeah,
think,
and that's what we do out there.
yeah, Livonia has one at Newbergen's 8 Mile,
Not that I know
Taylor
anything
has one
about
at
gardening.
Heritage Park.
and I don't know,
They're
they
gonna do
might,
master garden, John.
no, they might charge each individual for so much water or something.
Yeah.
Taylor doesn't. Taylor charges so much for the plot, just like you said, and then they've got the water out there for them.
Yeah.
And you just incorporate that into the cost.
Yep,
And you incorporate the water into the cost, that's all.
yep.
They do this in Detroit as well. Young students have these, you know, to grow different
They're
vegetables
at the
and things
schools,
like
right?
that.
They do them at the schools.
Yeah, well, they do them even on private property, so you could buy a lot and then they work,
Like
they
that
have
idea
young
about
students do
fencing.
it, that's nice.
Yep. And like the same thing here, you guys will see the signs that I put in
Oh,
here.
yes, sir.
One of the, part of the capital improvement plan
You know
is
that.
to update our signage.
I
Like,
love that.
Is this a sign that we like, or is it, actually found the manufacturer that did all of Heinz Park?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Do we like that idea? Or, you know, out here in, I think this is Texas, no, Kansas, but just different kind of varieties of signage. So, again, not to say that we have to go through all of it tonight, but I want you guys to take this home
I like that.
and mark up which ones you do like, which ones, you know, you don't.
There's no
care for.
cost in here. I wanna be cost
I know, that's what I was
conservative.
putting. I was like,
Don't
where's
get
all those
cost
costs?
split.
I can pretty much, I got a pretty good idea. I think I can pick out which ones are the most expensive.
This is nice here. Yes,
Just go with those? Go with the most expensive, is that what you're saying,
water
John?
comes out.
Does anybody have any questions about
This, and I'm thinking the next
the
time they do
binders?
they should
Nope.
never- they
Nope.
should never-
So everybody's
they should
gonna
never-
come with them marked
they should
up
never put
next
things
month?
on the pavilions again.
Marked
Ones they like?
Mine might be the most marked up.
Even it's not that expensive. You
I would
buy
change
it.
this design.
She's an
No, I don't even
overachiever.
change it, I'll take that.
Sort of thing.
She's just gonna add to
They
it.
gave me a price to do golf.
I've seen an indoor or something in
No,
here.
I'm not gonna change nothing, I'm just gonna mark it up and say, this is what I want,
Talking
please.
about the gardens, do they have to be enclosed by fence? Do you have to worry about people coming in at night and?
We have a gate at the other end that has a lock on it, so nobody can get into it anyways. And even with, with the renovations that Doc wants to do to Maplewood with putting a new front entrance at the other end of the building, I still think that this community garden could still be there, but then we could also put a playground in there too. With, in my vision, I have rooms connecting to that area, so like you have a party room that's for like, you know, birthday parties and stuff, to where they can be in that room and then they can go right outside to the playground.
Oh.
So.
Like an
that's-
outdoor playground? Oh, okay.
In that same area where the community gardens is.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Most people don't steal from community gardens. If they do, that means that they're really hungry
Yeah.
and they need it.
or they
Otherwise,
can just come to the pantry for free.
yeah.
for emergency
They,
food.
I mean, they just, it's,
But yes, it's locked to where nobody can get in there right now, so.
great job.
Any
Like
other
the binders.
questions or anything? And there is websites, I put that purposely on there to
Yeah.
show you guys what website we got it from, so if you guys wanna look up stuff yourselves, you can.
Yeah, I'm familiar with some of these actually in here too, so.
Yep.
I do a lot of research, sorry.
Oh, that's good. Appreciate it. So yeah, besides that, next is the to-do list. Does anybody have anything need addressing?
Not until spring.
I have some things that I realized that since I'm at Moeller, I drove by and just looked at a few things. I have my inspection report, but I didn't know if, I totally forgot to bring it to you, but I can send it to you. I don't know if you want me to bring those things up now, or some of them are in here, or some of them are in this, but, just the thing about the multipurpose court, that is not safe, and I know it's been locked and hasn't been used. That's a major eyesore, being over at those beautiful fields during the spring and summer, and even in the fall, but just not, there's weeds everywhere, and then you have, baseball, all these different cities coming in. The netting is like torn and flapping at that corner, was that Bach and Moeller there, that first field?
They usually
The field
address
one?
that in the spring.
Yeah, in the spring, yeah.
So, yeah, okay, because there's a bunch of holes and it's just, but, I mean, it's not being used right now. And then, the building behind, I have to get myself acquainted with all the fields again. The old concession stand, the area that they use, the building that they use the football equipment in, or store that stuff. It looks like there's like a piece of rotten wood on the corner of the building, and that could use paint. But I think that you had already planned on painting that, so that was on the list.
Yeah, all that's in the Zamboni room right now. I think there's 15 gallons in there.
Yeah, so,
So,
yep, that's all I had.
spring.
That was gonna go on my, it's on my inspection report.
All right. Anybody else?
I was kind of curious about the Sledding Hill. Is that a go?
As of right now, it's a go.
So
We
in the
have,
spring, when they start doing roads again, they're gonna be taking dirt?
so Hennessy's already drawing something up. So from what I understand, it's something that's happening. So I hope to see that in the next year or so, start to be able to be usable. So, yeah.
Anything else regarding new business? Nope. Okay, communications and upcoming events.
I pretty much talked about everything that was upcoming. Don't really have anything else besides that.
Ran out of things for 9 and 10.
That's previews of coming attractions. We're leaving that space there for you.
Problem.
8
Something
also,
we can
John.
add to, okay?
Unless you have something in 8, I don't.
Okay, moving on to open discussion. Dennis, would you like to start?
I have nothing to add today.
I'm good. Have a great night.
I'll add. I always have stuff to say. All right, so our soccer club has our open registration going on right now. We've had 2 walk-up registrations at Maplewood, very successful. Normally, we do have a good turnout at those, and this year was no exception. I feel like people just want their kids out playing, so we had one last night, in which last night I was able to observe dodgeball, the event that they had in the gym, which was really cool. The kids look like they're having a blast, and I like to see, it was kind of cool because you seen different age groups, and it looked like you paired them well. So that was fun. And then last week, it just so happened to be that when we had our soccer club signups, the Learn to Play Soccer was going on in the gym, so I was able to go and check that out and observe, and then talk to some of the families about our registration. So it was kind of win-win. And then even when we had people come in to sign up for outdoor soccer, you know, I let them know, like, hey, they also have a program going on right now, which I didn't realize that there's only a couple more dates for that. But just to let them know, like, the city does put on for your age group an indoor little training skills, you know, event. So it was a win-win. It was really cool. So that is all I have.
I'm good.
I got something that I want to say. It has nothing to do with Parks and Rec, period, at all.
No, it's garbage cans.
But what I noticed, we're going to go back a little bit. I started working out this way in 1973. I came from Ford Dearborn plant to Michigan Truck. So while I was there, I'm going to get to my point. While I was there, they told me when I went to Michigan Truck, they said, hey, listen, don't ride through Garden City. Well, why do you say, no, tell me not to ride through Garden City? They said, because they don't like you. I knew what they were saying. I said, what you mean? They don't even know me. Yeah, I'm sure if they meet me, they'll like me. So today, when I was watching the news, I noticed this on the news that another shooting took place on the freeway. That's two. One yesterday and one today. And my point I'm getting at is that there's too much hatred now in the world. Everybody dislikes everybody for no reason because you don't look like me, I don't like you, or vice versa. And I think in order for our neighborhood, what you're just saying, so we won't get everybody interested in coming to Garden City. Sure. That way we could use our facilities. So we just need to try to get along with one another, everybody. Yeah. That's my theory. You know, if a guy got his garbage can, don't beat him down. But no, seriously, though.
Yeah, I was going to go knock on your door, but I figured...
He's going to pull you out in the middle of the street.
Oh, yeah, my God. But really, though, we should try to get along, all of us. It's just too much hatred, man. I hate that. You know, I hate that it takes me back when I was a small kid. See, I grew up in Detroit. I was born here. Okay. And I guess they told me that because most people that worked at Fords back then was from down south. You know, a lot of those guys were from the south. Gotcha. But I was born here in at Ford Hospital a few years ago, you know. But just something that we need to work on ourselves, including me. You know, we need to work on that to get along with everybody. I'm really a lovable guy. If you ever ride down Henry Ruff in the summer, I'm always talking to somebody. Ask Mark.
I've been doing a 5 count every time I stop.
Oh, good. I'm always communicating, you know what I think we need to do that.
I was going to say, you didn't shovel your deck off, though. I noticed that the other day.
Not y'all, you peeping over my fence. I gotta run my camera back.
He's a peeper.
Yeah, I must run my, that's all I had to say though, you know. It has nothing to do with Parks and Rec, but I just saw that on the news. I say, dog, man, 2 days in a row. What the heck's going on, people? I mean, we hating like that? You know, like a third world. Reminds me of when I was in Jamaica once. A guy was trying to rip me off. I guess he didn't know where I was from. You know, and I wanted to get busy with him, you know. But we just have to try to get along, all of us. That's all I got.
That's a great note to end on. I like that. A nice, positive reminder.
Oh, yeah.
To spread love.
Everyone
Oh,
just
yeah,
get along,
that's true.
folks.
I got it
Can't
from
we
John.
just get along?
I got it from John. I got it from Mark. That's all I have.
I have nothing.
I just had a couple things. One, I like the edits. I thought those came out really good. Probably the best we've had since I've been around the board. So that's good. I like it. Easy to read and the rest stands out. The food at the concessions, we had talked about earlier for the rest of the, the kids back playing, when you have the little kids, they have the grandparents, the parents, aunts and uncles. There's been quite a few, especially on Saturdays now, they're playing a lot of games. I think the food would be a big seller, which would bring in obviously more revenue, which you guys are probably more protected than half the restaurants I know I've been to, with the gloves and the mask and everything else. So, you know, I think that's a good thing. And then for all of us, start talking to our friends. You're with a lot of people, with the younger people. We need more commissioners. I know all of our boards in the city are, I think we're short on every one of them.
Yeah, they are.
Parks and Rec is short.
Mayor saying that, they looking for people.
So talk to everybody, see, you know, everybody has an opinion, but nobody wants to get involved with, you know, a lot.
People just don't want to
Put on
volunteer
Facebook, Jen.
anymore.
I was
They really don't.
like,
Tell them you give them $5 a time they come, they'll run, they'll run.
can we advertise that on social media? Like that we're looking, or,
We announce it.
Did we ever-
It's on our website. It's
Why
in,
not?
We announce it at most of our.
so it's public?
Did we ever
Yeah,
find out what was
council
going on
meetings.
with Dawn? Was Dawn okay to come back, or?
Yeah, she was supposed to come back, but then didn't.
Yeah, but this was a long, I think
while
almost
back.
everything is passed.
She's no longer working at Family
She
Heating.
was with her son, remember?
She's
Yeah,
not.
she's out in Washington.
She go to Washington with her son?
Yes. And
She's still there.
Yeah, she said that she was gonna call me when she got back.
Yeah,
So obviously she's not back.
no.
How many are we short?
2, 3.
Two.
I think we're allowed 9, or typically we have 9, so we got.
Because Rob Cox, Joe.
You have 7 right now.
We have 7.
So we're short 2.
Yeah, I think we can go, I think it recommends like 9 to 11 or something like that, so.
Don't think we've ever had more than 9.
I don't think they count
so
him.
either, but.
I could be
Nine
wrong.
would be good.
There's 6.
Dennis,
Yeah.
what's your take on that?
I think we.
You've probably
Nine, I think
you've
is-
got more time than I got.
9 is what we've always.
9 has been the max.
Yeah, I think.
It was only 7 when I came out, I think it was only 7.
Yeah.
I think we've been short.
Then
Oh,
No, we're only.
You know,
I think we're only short.
Kathy, I like her. She
No, we're short 2.
I wasn't able to talk to her.
No?
We got
We're short 2, 7.
Yep.
She's okay though, right? Health-wise, I'm saying.
Check in with her, I should probably do that tomorrow.
Probably she missed 2 in a row.
She said she didn't want to come last week, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's comfortable with being in person, so.
Yeah, some people aren't.
If she's not, we'll give her a free pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people
Can we
just
zoom her
aren't.
in?
No.
Why?
You could, but it would take our media department a lot to be able to do an in-person and a Zoom at the same time.
But could-
Be able to broadcast it.
But couldn't, couldn't I take my phone and use my phone? And zoom her in on my
But
phone?
nobody else will be able to talk to.
Yeah, but then cable can't
Well,
record
they
it.
won't see her on there, but she'll still at least be able to participate in the meeting.
No.
Well, you can do that right now without,
I know, that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be a Zoom meeting, that'd just be.
just call her on the phone.
Call on the phone, right?
Right, well,
You
yeah,
can
that's true.
FaceTime from
Right,
here.
no, you're right, you're right.
You know, technically, it's gotta be an open meeting, so, you know, people have to be able to see her and hear her and all that.
I hold her up.
Other than that.
Plug it into your laptop. Have her have a big screen.
There you go.
I mean, pretty soon, everything else is gonna be open. I mean, our council meetings are moving back to the next meeting. Everything else.
Oh, you guys haven't been in person
No.
here then?
They've
I
been
think a
zooming.
month or so we've been doing Zoom. And that's.
I have my own thing with Zoom is terrible, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
The council as a whole, we've decided to go back to in-person. I think it's just, for the council, it's better for interacting with the residents. On Zoom, I don't think we've had more than 2 people on a call.
Yeah.
And that's when it's a specific case or cause that they want to talk. So for us, to interact with the residents, we'll get a few more here and you know, but for us, it's up to you guys, but I mean, you know, everything's opening up. You know, I know at work they're talking about, You know, we have the temperature scans and all that, and the rumor is March 1st, they're gonna start not doing that.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, I think it's, with the vaccines coming out, and all that.
Any of you guys had vaccine?
No.
And I'm
My
not old
wife got
enough.
her second shot yesterday.
Did you? I got called
Who
from
did?
Garden City Hospital, like,
Really?
but I'm gonna be out of town.
How?
She works at
I got my first one Sunday.
They wouldn't let me
works at Heartland
reschedule.
in Canton.
Oh,
So I said, fine.
What'd they tell you, Dennis? That
They
you
wouldn't
could?
let me reschedule it. I said,
Right.
I'm gonna be out of town,
Yeah.
and I just had a shingles vaccine, so I can't
You
give
can't get it anyway.
anything for 2 weeks. And they said, well, we can't reschedule you. You'll have to call, you know,
Yeah.
go back on the
On the,
website.
yeah, again, yeah. Yeah, I went Sunday.
You got your first?
Yeah, I got my
Other than
first
that,
one.
only I
Yeah.
have is, I appreciate you guys coming down and spending the time and the, you know, going through all this stuff and the input you guys have. I think it's one of the better, commissions as a whole as far as being more interactive and stuff like that. You know, part of that starts with, Brad and carries on and, but I know, you know, because the city, like, Robert says, it brings everybody together, the events, and that's what we're trying to do. That's what Parks and Rec should be about.
Exactly.
right. And I agree. And if it hasn't been said, Brad, I think that you're doing a fantastic job.
Yep.
Appreciate that. That's all I have.
All right?
I'll
Make
make
a
a
motion
motion,
to move?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right, I'll second. I got you first.
You guys are ready.
Gonna
Jeez,
try and beat him to it.
we did beat him to it. Doggone it.